we are, more or less anyway, right around the halfway point of the season for the Capitals. 9 games down with 10 remaining on the schedule the rest of the way this spring. And hey, speaking of spring, just as the weather continues to warm up, so too have the Caps. After dropping 2 of their first 3 games early on this season, they've now won 5 of their past 6 games, and they enter this game fresh off a thrilling win over the team they'll face tonight, the Vancouver Bears. Well, good evening, y'all, and thanks for tuning in tonight. Alongside Tim McCrory, I'm Jeff Lucero, sitting in for Ryan Goff. Ryan will be back on the call the next time that you tune in for a Caps game. So Tim, let's chat for a sec. You've seen this squad in action a handful of times already this year. What have you seen? What has stood out? What's impressed you the most about this team so far, especially during this run in which the Capitals have won 5 of the last 6 games?
Yeah, watching them play on the offensive end, it's been special, especially watching their assisted field goals, watching them enjoy basketball together, look for them to try and get off to a great start, which sets the tone for them on the offensive end.
On the other side, in comes a Vancouver team that, after a monster start to their season, has really struggled of late. They had wins in their first 5 games to start the year, but they've now lost 7 in a row. However, one of their very best players is a dude that you are very familiar with, as you were his head coach in his college days. Talk, if you would, about Mikey Medlock Jr. and this Bears team in desperate search of a win tonight to get their season back on track.
Yeah, when you want to get your season back on track, you want Mikey Medlock in that locker room. He's going to work hard. He's going to come out and set that winning culture for this team. Look for Mikey to come out and really try to establish himself early and often throughout this contest.
2 teams going in very different directions right now. The Bears coming in having lost 7 straight, while the Capitals are trending the other way with wins in their past 5 of their past 6 contests. Will the fortunes of these 2 squads change tonight? Well, we've got 48 minutes of professional basketball ahead of us before we sort it out. Should be a fun one, folks. Starting lineups right now. We'll be right back. Officials for tonight's game: Daniel Adeyemi, Blake Gisdall, and Kenny Akick. They are ready to go to work tonight, as are a couple of teams, and we've got a very special thing to talk to you about tonight. How cool is this? So, folks, tonight is Special Olympics night here ahead of this Capitals game this evening. Very special player in the lineup tonight, Elijah Schwartz.
For the land of the free.
And Tim, this is going to be a fun game. And how cool is this? Let's talk for a moment about what we're about to see once these two teams take the floor. A bit of a non-traditional start to this game. Elijah Schwartz will be our Special Olympics representative in the starting lineup for the Capitals. Very cool of Zay Gentry to allow Elijah, well, not really allow him to, but certainly just basically give up his spot in the starting lineup to give Elijah his shot. And Elijah's going to score. I don't want to, well, actually, let's not give everything away here before we get going, but it's a very special moment here, this amazing partnership tonight forged by Special Olympics and the Capitals.
And everyone's locked in. I mean, everybody's ready to go. Everybody's enthusiastic. Let's see what happens once he steps out on the court.
Yep. Going to be a great game tonight, folks. Nick Cortese and I had a chance to catch up a little bit before tonight's game. We've got a couple of keys to the game to bring you here in just a moment. But first, let's give Elijah Schwartz his moment. Cool things are just about to happen here in Salem. Folks, from wherever you're tuning in tonight, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Capitals in their home green uniforms. The Bears in the road blacks. They've been on the road a lot lately. It's going to be a while before they see their home court. They will finish out the rest of this season on the road, will Vancouver. Tip controlled. And here is Elijah Schwartz making his way right to the rack, lays it up and in. And the first bucket of the game already on the board for Elijah Schwartz. What a special moment for that young man.
And he took it right down the lane. You know, tough finish at the basket.
How about it? On the other end, Dane Miller raises for the two-handed pack. And oh, geez, oh, nuts. They turned it over. How'd that even happen, Tim? Here he comes, folks. Look at this moment. Elijah Schwartz coming off the floor. Oh, man, I got a little bit of goosebumps over here, Tim. I'm in my feels just a little. What a very special moment for that young man right there. Very nice of the Capitals to allow him to kind of live out one of his dreams right there. All right, so basketball resumes here. We see a lot of up-tempo basketball here this evening. Working his way down the right side, pulls up just outside the paint, but that shot rolls off. And the rebound controlled by the Capitals. Bringing it the other way, Zay Gentry has just checked onto the game, into the game. He handles for the first time. Hands it off, baseline jumper from about 14 feet won't go. Or the double-double machine for this Capitals team, Cam Benzel. And then Vancouver quickly turns it over. To the front court, Gentry rips a pass inside. And now the Caps will settle into their half-court look. Pulling from distance. That was Carlos Angel unable to connect on the perimeter. And the ball rolls out of bounds, last touched by the Caps, so low-scoring affair. Both teams kind of playing in second gear, at least for the moment. Here's the kick up here in short order. I can all but guarantee. Here's Mikey Medlock Jr. He'll step back and raise for three. That's off the back heel of the iron, and a little cold shooting here to start this game, too.
Both teams just trying to fill each other out. It's early.
Zay Gentry doing Zay Gentry things, coming in tonight averaging right around 23 points a game. His first look, he pulls from distance. It's 5-2 in the early goings. Working his way methodically, backing down. But a shot well off the mark, Dane Miller. And now the other way, Gentry from long distance again. That one's too strong. And the long rebound comes out into the hands of Jalen Richardson. He'll steer it ahead quickly, drops it off inside. Yassine Hooker there. This is a new addition to this Vancouver team, is Hooker. But he's already made a big impact. He's a highly efficient scorer for Vancouver. side, Devontae Cleveland with the handle. Gentry gives off. 6 to shoot. And now the lefty cast. Caleb Hughley can't get that long-distance shot to go. And the ball rolls out of bounds. It'll be Vancouver basketball.
Both teams just trying to get into their early offense, just trying to score early. Let's see which team can get some stops and get out in transition.
This is Nas Amos handling out near the timeline. Skips around the screen, reverses it now. In front of the Capitals bench, thinks about the three. They'll dump it down low, ball jabbed away. Richardson on the reset, has it taken away. Capitals forcing the turnover. Quickly into the front court now. Working his way inside. Carlos Angel leads it off. But unlucky at the rim was Caleb Hughley. Now a transition opportunity, and it's good. Burying the three, Nas Amos. Now Gentry slides a few steps to his right. Picks up his dribble. Kicks to his left. A lot of contact as Devontae Cleveland works his way into the paint. That shot sat on the rim for an eternity and finally fell.
Yeah, Devontae Cleveland, Zay Gentry doing a good job establishing the paint early in the game.
The other way, that three won't fall. And once again, the Caps look to push tempo. Gentry with a transition three. Just a touch too strong. Here comes Mikey Medlock Jr. the other way. Quickly ahead. Finds Jalen Richardson in transition. He gets to the rack, lays it in, absorbs the foul, and he will head to the line. So both teams now, Tim, kind of starting to play a little bit more freely, opening things up a little bit more, kind of kicking into that high-octane offense that we expected to see from both teams.
Yeah, early offense, early by both teams. Just seeing who's going to take care of the basketball, because any missed shot or turnover is leading to a quick bucket on the opposite end.
Couple of transactions for the Capitals this week. They re-signed Jack Boydell and Jordan Lind, released Mo Smith and Damo Lawrence. Lawrence remains on the active roster, at least for this evening. I don't think we will see him on the floor. How about that move? Splitting defenders, unable to finish, but there's Zay Gentry diving in. He'll knock back the putback midair. And Gentry already starting to pile up some numbers in this game. Stepping into a three, that's well off the mark. Kind of skips off the front of the rim. Yasim Hooker.
Yeah, you can always count on Dom to provide energy and leadership for their team.
Once again, Devontae Cleveland working his way inside. And Cleveland very active at the offensive end so far in this game.
Yeah, I think Dante and Agent Zero, they've done a really good job just establishing the paint, like just forcing it into the interior, whether it's going to lead to layups or open three-point shots.
Free throws for Vancouver when we return. It's the home squad with a 1-point lead. We'll be right back.
So we have even more electric car options at our Salem showroom.
Salem? I didn't know you had a Salem showroom.
Did you not know about the tunnel?
No. No, I did not.
So, what do you think?
Nice. Any other options?
Our Portland showroom will have something you'll love.
Portland? I don't think I really have time. I have tunnel hair, don't I?
No, not at all.
Style and performance. We call it affordable luxury in Portland or Salem.
Hey, do you have any coffee?
Just made some at the Salem showroom. Took the tunnel.
How about some cream?
11-10 our score here in the early goings. We had a couple of keys to the game that we wanted to bring you. Did have an opportunity to talk pre-game with Caps first-year head coach Nick Cortese. He shared with me that one of the big things that he wanted to do, make sure that this team did tonight, was control the boards, shoot open shots, make those open shots as well. They want to guard the kickouts, but more than anything, Tim, they just want to push tempo. They want to keep this Vancouver defense on its heels throughout this contest. They don't want to give them any sort of shot at all to get back on transition D.
Yeah, Salem has one of the best offenses in the conference, in the league. Just want to make sure that they're taking advantage of their opportunities, especially in early offense.
So many dudes averaging in double figures so far on the season. What a luxury it is for Nick Cortese to be able to count on so many capable scorers on a night-in, night-out basis. As we return to action, this is Nas Amos at the free throw line. Last time these two teams played, Tim, it was a wild disparity at the free throw line. Vancouver shot 45 free throws in that last game last week, just 11 free throw attempts for the Caps.
I'm sure as a coach, you're saying a lot of things in disagreement about the free throw shooting.
No doubt. Back to action. Look at Cam Wenzel getting free right down the middle of the lane, raising with two hands and packs it home.
And Cam's just a great presence for Salem Capital. Really great finish at the basket.
Double-double machine, comes in tonight averaging about 16 and 12 boards per contest as well. Draws the defensive assignment on Miller for the moment. Oh, look at the active hands from Zay Gentry. Just takes it away right out of the... What a play from Zay Gentry. Takes it coast to coast as well, but most impressive, I think, Tim, was how he got in there, jabbed the ball away from a player going into a shooting motion, and then taking it the other way.
I think Zay and Cleveland's done a great job just establishing how this game's going to be played today.
The answer from Jalen Richardson at the other end, as he knifes his way right down the right side, gets past everyone with a wide open, easy look at the rim. 2-point lead for the Caps. Here's Gentry around the high screen from Wenzel. Hands back. Angel now trying to make something happen. Gives back. And with the shot clock set to expire, a whistle just before the shot clock goes off. And that's going to send Devontae Cleveland to the line.
Devontae Cleveland.
So Gentry already with 7 points in this game. Comes in tonight averaging about 23.5 per game. He's the team's leading player in steals and assists per game as well. Trails only Wenzel in rebounds per game. But Devontae Cleveland staying right there with his teammate. He's got half a dozen already. Look at Elijah Schwartz taking in the action. He's going to hang out on the bench for the rest of this game, right next to Coach Cortese. Down the right side, dribbling into a double team. Count the basket as he gets all the way to the rack and lays it in. Jalen Richardson is really starting to show out in this first quarter, too.
Yes, strong right-hand drive by Jalen Richardson there with the opportunity for, a three-point play.
We talked about in the pregame, this is a Vancouver team desperately hunting a win to get back on the good side of things. They started their season an unblemished 5-0, but since then, nothing but L's. 7 straight losses for Vancouver coming in. Playing well here in the early goings. Up top, Angel with a wide open look and a straight on three. How about Carlos Angel teeing one up from distance?
Yeah, Carlos is one of those folks that can get hot fairly quickly.
The action didn't take long to work its way back the other way. There's one of the newer players for Vancouver. Yasim Hooker gets in on the act. Nice little lefty finish right at the rim, just attacking off the dribble. Speaking of, how about Cleveland turning the corner, going down the right side. Found an extra gear once he got to about the the top of the free throw line the other way. We're going so quickly. I don't have time to talk. It's Yasim Hooker this time. Once again, in transition for Vancouver. So, Tim, really the offense starting to open up quite a bit here in this game. As Gentry pulls up, long mid-range shot, rolls off. Richardson walks into a three in transition. Gentry there for the weak side board. Gentry crosses the timeline. He'll accelerate. Thinks about it. Now he will pull from about 19 feet. That's a little bit short. So a couple of back-to-back misses for Gentry in the mid-range. Defends on Mikey Medlock Jr. Now let's talk about those impact players here for a moment, Tim. We've got a couple of them to bring you here. For the Bears tonight, it is Nas Amos as our identified impact player. And of course it is Zay Gentry, the leading scorer for this Capitals team, our impact players tonight.
Yeah, we can see Amos hasn't gotten it going so far, but you know that he can make a big impact in a hurry. But Zay Gentry has done a great job establishing himself so far, especially on the offensive end.
And here's another guy at the free throw line, a guy you know very, very well. You kind of helped build Mikey Medlock Jr. into the player that he is. Talk, if you would, for a second, Tim, about what you liked the very most at out of Mikey Medlock Jr. when he played for you at Lewis and Clark.
I think Mikey helped me way more than I helped him. Mikey showed up and we all became champions. And I expect him to bring that winning culture here to this program as well.
That's good stuff right there. RJ Valise kicks it inside. Touch pass. It is broken up and knocked out of bounds. The shot clock reset there, but they will actually get that sorted. So 14 to shoot for the Caps. Inbounding will be Cleveland. A little shot clock malfunction of sorts, as it is not quite sure what's going on with the shot clock here. We'll get it sorted. So actually just 1 second to shoot on the shot clock. Gentry does get the shot off in time, but my goodness, everyone just sort of fell asleep for Vancouver. Cleveland winds up with the rebound. Now it's Wenzel inside, going to the glass, laying it in.
You just love playing with a person like Cam, just going to do all the dirty work necessary to win games.
At the other end, he commits the foul, as driving into the shoulder of Cam Wenzel is Dane Miller. He'll head to the line. Love what I've seen so far too, though, Tim, from Devontae Cleveland. He's been very active so far in this game. He's been hunting shots. He's also been the right guy in the right spot, just like he was a moment ago. There was 3, maybe 4 Vancouver players in the area for that rebound. He's the guy who comes up with the ball, and it earns the Caps an extra look at the bucket, and Cam Wenzel is there to cash it in.
Devontae Cleveland's just done a great job. Zay Gentry as well, just pushing the basketball early for early offensive opportunities. And by doing that, it really opens it up for the rest of their team.
3 minutes left here in the first. It's a 3-point Caps lead here in Salem, live from the Armory. Now the Capitals will settle into their half-court look. Wenzel skips it to the corner. This is Felice on the drive. Hesitates, spins into a double team. He's fouled. That's on the floor. So ball out of bounds to the Capitals.
Foul charge for Vancouver to Jalen Richardson. His second personal.
Salem basketball out of bounds when we return. 2-point game, 2:45 left here in the first. We'll be right back. In Salem. Early goings here in Salem. Leading scorer for the Capitals to this point, Tim. None other than Devontae Cleveland. He's been good for 8 points on 3 of 4 shooting, connecting on both of his free throws as well. 7 points off the bench for Zay Gentry tonight. Those two have combined for 15 of the Capitals' 24 points so far.
Yep, doing a really great job establishing themselves on the offensive side. Even Zay getting a steal that led to an offensive opportunity. Look for that assist total to go up for Salem and then that point total to go up in this next frame of basketball.
Out of the timeout, it is Capitals basketball with 14 to shoot. We're going to get our first look at Jack Boydell, who played right down the street at Willamette. He hit 6 threes in that game against Vancouver a week ago. Out of the timeout, they look to set up Cam Wenzel. Look at that. What a call from Nick Cortese. They just spread the floor, leave everyone on the perimeter, isolate Wenzel beneath the basket, let him go to work.
Yeah, I would love to know Cam's percentage from 2. Every single 2-pointer, he always is able to, make those shots.
He gets the defensive rebound at the other end. A quick outlet finds Zay Gentry, but it's poked away from behind. The active hands from Yassine Booker. Forced a turnover, but Jack Boydell steps into the passing lane and picks it off, and back come the Capitals the other way. In transition, what a look! And how about that? Devontae Cleveland now in double figures, and we're not even to the 2-minute mark of the first quarter, Tim.
Yeah, watch it. Great finish. But RJ, when he comes off the bench, he does a really good job increasing that assist total. He's really looking to, for his teammates.
And after Gentry pokes it away, it was taken away for the moment anyway. But then a point-blank miss. However, in the right spot, Yassine Booker there to clean things up after Dane Miller missed the shot at the rim. Kind of a frenetic sequence there. Turnovers from each team in the span of 2 seconds. Here's Lawrence again. He'll kick to the corner. Boydell, his first look from the short corner. That's halfway down, but pops out. Miller the other way. Tough angle high off the glass over Wenzel. That's one of the toughest shots that Dane Miller will probably attempt all night.
Yeah, great finish by Miller, and Yassine doing a really good job, really finishing in the painted area.
Maybe that's the key for Dane Miller. He had a wide open look and missed it right at the rim with no defender near him. That time, a tough contested shot outside the lane, and he gets it to go. And there's Cam Wenzel doing the dirty work on the weak side. With a nice little mid-air putback. It's 30-26, under a minute to play here in the first quarter. Highly entertaining contest so far. Amos, a pass along the baseline. They work it back on the perimeter. Now on the drive, Hooker. Down the left side, raises and punches it with the left hand. And Tim, that was such a strong dunk, he left the net sitting on the rim.
Yeah, strong lefty drive. He's doing a really good job keeping them in the ballgame.
This is Lawrence near side, guarded by Medlock Jr. Oh, no look pass inside, but it's picked off. Gentry was open for a moment. Boydell the other way, another steal. Already 2 steals for Jack Boydell in about a minute and a half on the floor. 5 seconds left here in the frame. Outside, Wenzel will try for 3. He can hit that, but that one well off the mark, and that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. 30 points on the board for the Caps, 28 for Vancouver. The last time these two teams tangled, it was a 133 to 130 narrow Salem victory. As we get some first quarter highlights, how about that first bucket once again from Elijah Schwartz? Let's talk about that for just a moment, Tim. What a special moment that was for that young man.
Yeah, special moment for him and special moment for his families and for the organization and for everyone in attendance.
Yep. I actually had an opportunity to talk to Elijah's mother a little bit before the game, and she was so fired up both for her son and just for what this moment does represent. You kind of just hit it right there. It's what it kind of means for the greater community as well. And you can just see Elijah's having like the time of his life tonight. He's just loving every moment of getting to be a Salem Capital here tonight.
Yeah, there's just so much work that goes on day to day with inside the organization, and just to have moments like this to be highlighted, to be recognized, it's just special for everyone involved.
30 to 28, our first quarter. We'll step away here. We'll come right back with second quarter action. You're watching USBL basketball. As we get set for second quarter action here in Salem, a couple of keys to this game, and these all came directly from Salem Capital's first-year head coach, Nick Cortese. You see him on your screen there. Non-stop tempo. Those are my words, not his, but that's effectively, that was the message. Just press and just push in transition as much as possible. Basically just go after every single rebound. As you can see, that's another one of the keys to the game as presented by head coach Nick Cortese. Win the rebounding battle and get out in transition. Don't let them get back into their defensive set on transition D at all. And just to take and make open shots was another big thing. And just to stay out of foul trouble. Again, 44 to 11 foul shot disparity the last time that these two teams met 1 week ago. Again, that was a 133 to 130 victory for the Caps. Matter of fact, Vancouver came out and lost 140 to 135 in the following game. So a couple of very high-scoring yet heartbreaking losses for Vancouver. So again, coming tonight, 7 straight losses. Here's Mikey Medlock Jr. trying to get on track a little bit here at the offensive end, able to work his way to the rim. Man, oh man, those are some of the moves that maybe Tim McCrory might have taught Mikey Medlock Jr. at Lewis and Clark. He had just 1 point in the first quarter, so you know he's going to be hunting shots here in the second frame.
Look for him to get going. They've done a really good job, like staying within striking distance so far in the game. Just Mikey will continue to work the game.
It was a 30 to 28 score at the end of the first quarter. 25 of those 30 points for Salem came from the three-player combination of Devontae Cleveland, Cam Benzel, and Zay Gentry. 23 of the 28 points for Vancouver came from their trio of Yasim Hooker, Jalen Richardson, and Dane Miller. So yes, it was a quiet first quarter for Mikey Medlock Jr., but a very aggressive take. He gets a shot off to start the second frame for Vancouver as Lawrence continues to add to what is already a very impressive night for him. He's now got 12 points to lead all scorers.
Just really establishing himself early, and that's why a big reason why they're in the lead right now.
Vancouver patiently working things around. That shot blocked not once but twice. Gentry got a hand on it, then Wenzel took it off the glass. Here's Gentry now, spins into a double team. Wisely kicks it back outside. Beautiful hesitation move. My goodness. A little bit of a rope-a-dope from R.J. Feliz right there. He just lulled the defense to sleep, Tim, and then went right to work.
RJ is a key player for Salem off the bench. Not only is he providing scoring, but he provides assists as well.
At the other end, Dane Miller scoops home a shot down the right side. Tough angle, but able to finish in some traffic. Now Feliz bobbing and weaving. Picks up his dribble. Defers to his right to Gentry. Rips a pass inside for Wenzel. Now it's Feliz on the drive. A lot of contact, no call comes. Wenzel pulls from just inside the three-point line. That's short, so an empty trip, and here comes Vancouver. Stepping back, raising for three. That is Tommy Thomas, who's on the floor for the first time here in the second quarter. That won't go. 4-point lead for the Caps. 9.5 to play here in the first half. Look inside for Wenzel, nothing doing. Now Boydell from the corner, starts his drive, gets right to the rack, unable to finish, but Wenzel on the other side, takes it off the rim and packs it home. Cam Wenzel really starting to show out.
I just can't say enough about Cam. It's not the most, position where you get the most praise, but he's doing all the dirty work today.
Does his power and strength come from his mustache, though, Tim? That's what I wanted. Is that the source of his talent?
Yeah.
Feliz to his left, finds Gentry, gets to the rack, lays it in. He'll head to the line for the and one. Well, Zay Gentry is a special talent, no question about it. This is a guy whose whole life is kind of built around basketball. He is the head coach at McNary High School.
Second team foul.
He played at Vanguard. It's a Division II school down in the Pac West.
Shooting one shot. Zay Gentry.
And Gentry now becomes the second player for Salem into double figures here in this game. This now becomes the largest lead of the game so far. 41-34 our score. 7-point Caps lead. Just under 9 to play here in the second quarter. Up top, Amos kicks to his right. Dane Miller sizes up his options, puts the ball between his legs. A lot of dribbling, not much action. 5 to shoot now, starts his move, has it taken away. Gentry once again steps in and takes it away, finds Boydell ahead, right to the rack, no good. Wenzel has the ball go through his fingertips. And now Vancouver with an opportunity to run, and Gentry commits the foul in transition. And Dane Miller will shoot two. Unfortunate sequence there. Opportunity presented itself, but the Capitals just unlucky at the offensive end.
Yeah, great help side defense from Zay coming over to get the steal. It's just it's such a swing. This could potentially be a 4-point swing.
Yeah, Salem had an opportunity there to build the lead to 9. It's already at a game-high 7. But instead, it's taken away. Vancouver can inch back as the first of 2 free throws falls for Jalen Richardson. Richardson's having a nice game as well. 9 minutes in the first quarter, shot 3 for 6 from the floor. He was active. He had 3 boards, 2 assists as well in that first quarter. Yeah, you said it. Zay Gentry with those active hands. He's been so good at both ends. Here he is at the offensive end with the blow by, but it's blocked from behind. How about Hooker on the recovery? For a moment, it looked like Gentry had a wide open lane to the basket. Excellent defensive recovery from Yassine Booker. He's starting to play pretty well in this game as well, Tim.
Yeah, first he's gotten it going on the offensive end, but that was incredible defensive recovery for the block shot.
Now Feliz Spins right into the lane. Somehow, acrobatically gets that to fall. RJ Feliz just continues to get better and better. He just is making himself more and more indispensable to head coach Nick Cortese. So many valuable minutes every time he's out there. Boydell, the weak side rebound. Back to Feliz. He'll steer it into the front court. Gentry now steps back, raises for three. Pops in and out and into the hands of Dane Miller. Still a 7-point Caps advantage here. 7.5 to play. Crossing over is Richardson. Feliz with a great job staying with him. But a man-sized rebound beneath the basket. Jalen Richardson just takes it away and puts it home. Several different dudes having awfully nice games to start, and now Feliz at the other end. No one comes out to get him, Tim, and he just buries a three.
Yeah, this is a point in the game where it's going back and forth. Who's going to gain control? This makes basketball so much fun.
Well, you just said it. This is what makes basketball so much fun, no question about it. And this now is the largest lead of the game, courtesy of that man right there. Front and center on your screen, RJ Feliz just knocked down a three. No one decided to come out and defend him, and he punishes Vancouver. He rattles home the three. A little under 7 to play now in the first half, and the Caps are their largest lead. At three from Hooker, well off the mark. No look pass. Now Boydell steps into a three. Just a little bit too strong. Rebound back tapped into the hands of Mikey Medlock Jr. He'll bring it ahead. A couple of old Northwest Conference foes going at it right there as Boydell and Medlock Jr. face off. Now here's Feliz the other way. He's got numbers, goes right to the rim, switches to the left, but unable to finish. And now it's Dane Miller cherry picking with a wide open, very easy dunk. That is the easiest shot Dane Miller will get all night. Halfway through the second quarter, half a dozen point lead for the Capitals. Please. Excuse me, this is Carlos Angel with possession. He goes right to the rim. Off balance shot. There was definitely some contact beneath the basket, but he's just a strong, strong dude, Tim. He was able to finish anyways. Speaking of strong dudes, Mikey Medlock Jr. lines up and drains a three. And that'll bring about a timeout called from the Capitals bench. 5-point game, 5:42 left in the first half. You're watching USBL basketball. We'll be right back.
So we're changing it up, all right? So you don't have to make it anymore. If Chelsea hits the board, she gets a free pizza. It's cheer, free pizza for a year. Chelsea, let's see it.
Make some noise for Chelsea! It's going. Let's go! Let's go!
So we have even more electric car options at our Salem showroom.
Salem? I didn't know you had a Salem showroom.
Did you not know about the tunnel?
No. No, I did not.
So, what do you think?
Nice. Any other options?
Our Portland showroom will have something you'll love.
Portland? I don't think I really have time. I have tunnel hair, don't I?
No, not at all.
Well, Tim, we talked about it, that there was kind of a big three sort of thing forming for each of these two teams. That continues to be the case. We've got 3 players in double figures for each team. For the Capitals, Devontae Cleveland, Cam Benzel, and Zay Gentry have combined for 34 of the Caps' 48 points. Meanwhile, 33 points combined for Jalen Richardson, Yasim Hooker, and Dane Miller of 43 points. So 3 guys in double figures already for each team. Those are the dudes that are showing out so far in this game.
Yeah, each team being really intentional on the offensive side. You got some guys that are able to have it going, to continue to feed them the basketball.
We'll see what Nick Cortese drew up during that timeout. This is Joey Potts getting his first run of the night. They actually look for him inside on the angle, but he's unable to corral that pass. It trickles off his fingertips and rolls out of bounds. So an empty trip out of that timeout. A little bit of frustration for the Capitals. Now Vancouver can inch back into this game. They trail by 5. A little over 5 left here in the first half. Fresh on the floor and drawing the defensive assignment is Joey Potts. Now isolated on the far side, trying to go to work. Good defense, however.
2-point basket.
But then better offense from Jalen Richardson. He just patiently just waited and waited for his opportunity. He's having a nice go of it here this evening. Fouled from behind is Caleb Hughley.
Foul charge.
They'll say that he was in the act of shooting, Tim. I thought maybe that was going to be ball out of bounds, but
First person.
they'll say he was on his way to the rim.
Foul.
Interesting coaching situation for this Vancouver team, by the way. They don't have a designated head coach. They have 3 associate head coaches on this squad. Have you ever seen anything like that before?
Yeah, more of a collaborative approach. Like each person understands their strengths, and they're using those strengths to work together. You know, you never know. This could be the start of something.
I know, right? They could very well be. Who knows? I mean, the face of basketball just continues to evolve. The game changing so much, obviously at the collegiate level. I mean, we've seen a ton of sea change level changes in the college game. And maybe this is kind of a thing for the future. Coaching by committee. 3 associate head coaches. As Amos fires from distance, but that's no good. It'll stay with Vancouver. 21 to shoot. Actually, I think they're going to lower the shot clock to 14, perhaps. Yes, they will. So Amos to inbound, face guarded by Caleb Hughley. Beautiful play off the inbound, diving to the basket.
2-point basket.
And laying it up and in, Tommy Thomas. And just like that, Tim, it's a 3-point game. Now Hughley wants to go to work on the much smaller defender, Amos. Hesitates for a moment. Rebound, back tap into the hands of Joey Potts and just streaks in from the left side and backs it with 2 hands.
Similar to Cam on the starting lineup, Potts can come in and make just as impact, especially around the basket, finishing with, strong finishes.
Well, jab step right. Now Miller, a long 3 cast. That just does skip off the front of the rim. That's a little bit beyond his range. They look inside. But turn it over, now it's Amos, the trailer.
2-point basket. Jalen Richardson.
Was Jalen Richardson, and he'll finish in transition off a beautiful lob up and over the shoulder. And then at the other end, that 3 won't fall for Carlos Angel. And as Miller works his way to the rack, all of a sudden it's a little bit more uneasy inside the Armory.
Foul charge. Capitals number 7.
It's Vancouver, who once trailed by 8 here in this quarter,
Second team foul.
can get to as close as 1 if Miller is able to connect on both of these free throws.
Shooting at the line.
Vancouver is finding a lot of success, early in transition, and it's really helped them fight their way back into the contest.
So that you can see on your screen there, folks, the score bug is a little bit off. It says 92-49. It's actually 52-49. The Capitals are not leading this game by 43 points. That would be a very comfortable lead indeed 52-50 after Miller splits the pair. Cleveland with a touch of the offensive end. Now Hughley tries to leave it inside for Potts. Comes back for it, but he's the last to touch it.
Timeout on the court.
And now a timeout has been called. A 2-point game. We'll be right back with more USBL basketball.
All right, when you make this shot, you get a $100 gift card to Jiffy Lube. All right? All right, okay, there is people waiting on the sideline.
Oh, and this is going to be really general because we're going to try to use it throughout the season. So nothing about from like prior games or anything along those lines. Zay, you're back with the Capitals. You got this team ready to go for another year. How is it? How exciting is it? How pumped up are you to be part of the Capitals again?
I'm really excited, especially with this being another year where we have new faces and new capabilities. I feel like this is the most athletic and put together team that we've had with our chemistry that we've gotten already and just being teammates on and off the court.
Specifically for yourself, what keeps bringing you back to keep playing hoops, being competitive, and we'll get to the USBL part of it in just a moment, but like, why is this something that still calls to you?
It's Jason stands around that community culture. So being able to be in an environment to where I feel like I'm able to give back, not just like playing is fun, right? But at the end of the day, the ball starts bouncing. It's giving hope for the younger kids that don't really get to afford going to professional Blazer games and stuff like that, having that family environment where they get to come on the court, interact, and seeing you in public and stuff like that. Like, that's more giving than anything else that the game can bring.
I'm curious if you have a personal story to share about that, or just something that stood out maybe with your interactions on this side of it. But like when you were a young guy, right? Like the kids who come to these games, they think you are the Portland Trailblazers, right? Like we're talking people, 7'2", we got Joe out here, so you know what I mean? Like, point being is like this is a big deal no matter where you're at to get a chance to watch professional basketball. I'm just curious, did you ever get impacted in that same way, or just kind of a story that stood out over your years here?
No, to be honest, like you said, these kids want the autographs, they want the signed shoes. Like next home game, I'm bringing a signed pair of shoes just because a kid wants them. But that's just a commitment I made to him. I forgot him last game, felt bad, but growing up, I grew up a single mother raising three boys. So I didn't get the opportunity to go watch professional games and stuff like that. So being able to create an environment where they can come and interact, and again, when they can see you in public and actually know that you're a normal person, you actually care about them, giving them hope that, hey, I was in your stance. Maybe that kid doesn't have a lot of money, giving him something that he can look forward to. Like, oh, I know I don't have that. Growing up, I was a sponsor kid. My mom couldn't afford it. I had coaches and programs sponsor me all the way up until college. So I'm very thankful.
So as we return to action here in Salem, we are all knotted up, 52 points apiece. Vancouver trailed by as many as 8 in this second quarter, but they have fought their way all the way back. Here's TJ Doman with a handle. Quickly leaves it off. Lots of handsiness there from Naz Amos. We play on. And now a long three cast. That's off the front of the rim. And Vancouver with an opportunity to take their first lead since very early in this game. Working his way right to the rim, laying it up and in. Tommy Thomas, he gives Vancouver the lead. He draws the foul. It's an and-one opportunity for Vancouver, who have suddenly, Tim, kind of quietly taken control of this game over the last 3, 4, 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's been possession by possession, especially in transition, really putting a lot of pressure on the rim. This is an opportunity for them, take, some momentum going into the half.
Now there's still 2:15 yet to go. Vancouver on a bit of a run here. Meanwhile, Salem's gone very cold at the offensive end. Angel probing, has it taken away out near the timeline. No numbers the other way. It's taken away. How about the active hands? My goodness, Devontae Cleveland getting it done at both ends once again. Over to TJ Doman. He'll line up a wide open three. No defender within a zip code of him. And that bangs off the back heel of the iron. Now it's Jalen Richardson accelerating down the right side. As it poked away from behind. Works his way toward the basket. 10 to shoot for the Bears. As the Caps will send Gentry, Boydell, and Wenzel back to the floor. Ahead of the second half of this possession for Vancouver. Bears now with a 3-point lead. What I think is about an 11 or 13-2 run rather. Over the game's last 4 minutes. Miller spins in the lane. That shot won't go. Gentry there to clean things up. Here's Cleveland at the other end. Whistle blows. What have we here? That's going against Nas Amos, our impact player for Vancouver.
Team foul number 4.
So one more foul on the Bears, and the Caps will be shooting free throws. $14 on the timer. And now much to the consternation of Jack Boydell. They'll say he was the last to touch it. Well, nothing going quite right here for Salem. Latter half of the second quarter. Minute and 10 seconds left here. And a long three cast. Halfway down, Gentry there to clean things up. Now it's Cleveland out of the gates. It's around his man, but sealed off near the baseline. And Amos is just a he's got to be a frustrating defender out there. What he lacks in height, he makes up for in heart, no question about it. That dude is all energy, all effort, all the time. 30 seconds left here in the first half. Pulling up in the paint, and a much-needed bucket in the waning moments of the quarter. As Devontae Cleveland continues to show out here in this game. And the shot clock off for the final 17 seconds here. Amos tries to challenge everybody inside. That shot goes begging. Boydell. Inside it comes, but Gentry has it taken away. It's saved back in bounds. That will bring us to the end
of the first half. Your
of the first half. It's a 1-point game. Tim, they don't make them any closer than that. A 1-point lead for Vancouver. A couple of quick thoughts before we go to halftime break.
Yeah, excellent half for Vancouver, being able to get back into the contest and fight their way back. And then on the Salem side, I thought Cleveland and Gentry did a great job. Here's Gentry just doing a great job, putting 2 feet in the paint and continuing to help Salem establish their offensive rhythm.
Vancouver, as we've mentioned a couple of times on the broadcast, they've lost their last 7 contests. Meanwhile, Salem comes in one of the hottest teams in the USBL. They've won 5 of the last 6. Could the fortunes be changing for these two teams? We will find out in the final 24 minutes of this game. We are at exactly the halfway point of the season for the Capitals. 9.5 games have been played. 9.5 more remain. We've got second half action coming up for you in about 20 minutes. You have been watching USBL basketball. Keep it right here, folks. Lots more to come. We'll be right back.
So thank you to 1520 for making this happen. Can I get the man in an hour out here real quick? Elijah, all these people, this community, they're here for you today. We always talk about how Salem Capitals are not a basketball organization. We are a community organization that just happens to play basketball. Basketball is the vehicle, but this community is the fuel that makes this whole thing go. So thank you to everybody that is here today. Elijah, I may be 7 feet tall, but you give me someone to look up to and show me that limits are not a thing. So thank you for everything that you do. You are an amazing person. To talk a little more about Special Olympics, and I have Tracy come out. One more time, give yourselves a big round of applause. This doesn't happen without all of you being here. You are shooting on this basket. Athletes, are we ready? Let's do this. Oh, let's get started. Here we go. Oh yeah, here we go. It's up. Oh, just off the mark. Good rebound. Oh yeah, keep going. It's up. Oh, just off the mark. One ball coming in. Oh yeah, here we go. You're good. Good job. Wait, keep going. Nice. Nice. It's up. It's good. Oh yeah, here we go. Point guard. 22 brings the ball up. Oh yeah, good pass. Oh, another one. Woo! Good rebound, that's up. Oh! Oh yeah, fast break. Fast break. Way to hustle back. Good pass. Good pass. Good ball. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, right there. Great rebound. Good try.
go. Nice. Look at the handles. Look at it. Good pass. Great pass. Great shot. Great rebound. Everything's just great for that fits. Oh, good shot. Oh! The pen is open. Great pass. It's up. Oh, just. Oh, yeah, here we go. You got it. Great left-handed dribble. The shot, the jam, it's up, it is good! Oh yeah, keep going. Nice. Ooh, good hands. Randy Moss out there. Oh, good thing. White ball on the baseline, white ball, white ball. Oh, way to find that open man. Great try. Uh-oh. Red ball. Oh, yeah, here we go. Gosh, those shoes are awesome. You got it. Great pass. Oh, there's the steal. Oh, my back. Oh, take it to the hole, all the way, it's up, oh, just off the mark. Yep, here we go, point guard. Here we go, point guard. Let's see what you got. Oh, yeah, the cross is up. Oh, good try. Oh, yeah, here we go, son. You got it. You got it. Push the pace, we love it. Oh, yeah, it's, oh, trip. Oh, the fast break! The fast break! It's up! Oh! Just off the rim! The rebound! And that's why we hustle down even on fast breaks. Great bounce pass. Oh yeah. Keep it going. Oh! Just off the mark. Good rebound, Bill. Oh yeah, here we go. Good pass. Way to push the tempo. Oh, almost. Oh, good hands, good hands. Here we go. 2 minutes left, 2 minutes left. It's up. Oh! I see the range though, I see the range. Great hands, great hands. Here we go, one ball coming in. Here we go, point guard, let's see what you got. Here we go, Elijah. Oh, great pass. Great try, great try. Oh yeah, push that tempo, push that tempo. Slice it and dice it through the defense. It's, oh! Great rebound. Minute 15 left. Minute 15 left. Oh, spinning. Woo! You're right there. Red ball coming in. Oh yeah, here we go. 1 minute remaining. 1 minute remaining. Oh yeah, great pass. There we go. Oh! All right, here we go. Push it, push it. Eyes up, eyes up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Great try. Here we go. You're so close. 20 seconds. Oh, here we go, Wyatt. I was mistaken. It's 25 seconds. 20 seconds. Here we go. Vancouver, if you guys want to get in there too. Vancouver, if you guys want to get in there too. Hold on. Thank you, fellas. All right, everyone smile. You can hear the crowd. All right, here we go. Hands in, hands in. We're gonna say claps to Vancouver. You guys can go now. All right, here we go. Crowd, we need your help on this one. Counts on three. Counts on three. 1, 2, 3. Yes! Thank you, everybody. Great job, everybody. All right, now we'll have everyone exit the court so we can let these guys go on to the second half.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, the Capitals would like to thank our silver, bronze, and recognition sponsors. Remodeling by Classic Home, Petra Technologies, Wealth Enhancement, Dalkey Construction, Boucher Jewelers, Michelle Ashley Custom Cakes, Jackson's Body Shop, Salem Chamber of Commerce, Pac West Lobby Group, Legacy Real Estate, Kaiser Chamber of Commerce, Johnny's Bar and Grill, Home Smart, Serve Pro, No Girl Left Behind, Garden, Noble's Tavern, Santian Brewing, Jiffy Lube, Anthem Derek Gilbert, Elite Media, Just the Drip IV Infusions, Run and Shoot Basketball, Lot Bed Bank, John's Waterproofing, and Mountain Coast Electric. Thank you to our silver, bronze, and recognition sponsors.
Very entertaining first 24 minutes to this game. 4 players approaching double-doubles. We're only at the halfway point of this game. Jeff Lucero in for Ryan Goff alongside Tim McCrory. Tim, what stood out to you the very most in that first half of play?
Yeah, 5 3-point shots made by both teams. A ton of points scored in the painted area. See what adjustments teams come out in this first part of the second half, to see who can establish control of the game. 17
points, 8 boards for Jalen Richardson. 13 points, 8 boards for Dane Miller to lead things for Vancouver. For the Capitals, 14 points leads the way for Devontae Cleveland. 10 points, 9 boards, Cam Benzel. 12 points, 8 rebounds for Zay Gentry. It is Bears basketball. We are underway in the second half now from the Armory here in Salem. In Vancouver in black tonight. Home green unis for the Caps. Trail by 3 coming out of the break. Mikey Medlock Jr. tees up a 3, absorbs a little bit of contact from Jack Boydell and buries the 3 in his eye. It's got to make you a little bit proud, I would think there, Tim.
It doesn't surprise me. It's only a matter of time before he gets going.
Active hands once again for Vancouver, who come out with a little bit of a chip. Yasim Hooker takes it away from Gentry on their first touch. And now Gentry, after the long cast, falls off from Jalen Richardson. Crossing over, spinning into the lane. Goes Devontae Cleveland. All trickles out of bounds. Last touch by Vancouver. 13 on the timer. 1-point game at halftime. Bears trailed by 8, but went on a 13-2 run to take a lead. That's a pass a little bit out of the reach of Cam Benzel at the other end. A ton of contact inside, or at least Amos thought so. We play on. Boydell finds Gentry. Lock him up on the left side. So the Capitals recycle things all the way around. And Carlos Angel there for the 3.
Yeah, Carlos is another player that can get it going quick. That seems like a much-needed basket at this point in the game.
Here's Richardson. Spectacular first half. 17 points, a game high. 8 boards as well. Mikey Medlock Jr. pulls up from just beyond the free throw line. He's fouled by Boydell and will head to the line to shoot 2.
Foul charge to Capitals number 13, Jack Boydell. His first personal, first team foul.
Salem mixing things up here, sending a little bit of a different look onto the floor to start the third quarter. Boydell on the floor. He's not in the starting lineup. Of course, Gentry was technically not in the starting lineup tonight, as he was replaced on the floor by our Special Olympian, Elijah Schwartz, who started the night off with a bucket. So Gentry, Wenzel, Boydell, Cleveland and Angel, the 5 on the floor to start the third for head coach Nick Cortese. Mikey Medlock Jr.'s second free throw rolls off. 2-point lead for the Bears. Gentry finds the cutter from the weak side, Jack Boydell. His shot sails up and over the rim. Thought he was fouled, but again, we play on. No whistle comes. Medlock Jr. looking for his shot early and often here to start the third. That 3 rolls off. Boydell on the pump fake, drive, splits the defenders, gets to the rack and lays it up and in. Been a bit of a frustrating night so far, but for Jack Boydell, but he does a really nice job powering right down the right side. And he'll head to the line for an and 1.
Yeah, Jack Boydell's threat of the 3-point shot, led to a long closeout and gave him a direct line right-hand drive to the basket.
Head coach Nick Cortese singling Jack Boydell out as a really key contributor to that victory over Vancouver a week ago. Boydell lacing 6 threes in that game. And on the strength of that and 1 trip, the Caps reclaim the lead at 60-59. Amos guarded by Gentry. Kicks to his right to Medlock Jr. Has it taken away for a moment by Boydell, but able to recover. Now Dane Miller will trigger a 3 from in front of his own bench. He'll bury that, and Dane Miller really putting a nice night together for himself, as that gives him 16 points in this contest to go along with 8 boards. Wenzel patiently works his way to the rim. Steps between defenders and tries to pack it, but it's a little bit too strong. Ball may have slipped out of his hand as he went up for it. Wild shot, no good. Kind of out of control now the other way. Here comes Angel. Wenzel with another opportunity beneath the basket, but it's stripped away from him.
Possession, Capital.
That time by Yasim Hooker.
Cam has such athleticism. You have guards just throwing it to the moon, for him to catch and score.
Well, he gets it here off the inbound. One dribbling up right to the left side of the rim. He'll lay it up and in. That dude is yoked as well, Tim. He is one of the strongest guys I've been around in a while. That guy is just completely cut up.
Yeah, he is a force, especially in the painted area.
Now here's Naz Amos on the drive. Slips between defenders, kicks back outside. Now Miller puts it on the floor. Reset now. Yasim Hooker with a day and a half to shoot that basketball. It's off the back heel. How about that quick release on the spin from Dane Miller? My goodness. That guy has a pretty nice little skill set. He had a 3 a moment ago. Thought he was going to be more of a back-to-the-basket kind of guy, but he is showing off his versatility so far in this game. Gentry outside, Boydell, bodied by Medlock Jr. Those two have been going at it here in the third quarter. This is kind of fun to watch. This is taking me back to the Willamette versus Lewis and Clark days when Boydell and Medlock Jr. used to face off a couple of times every season.
Yeah, I try not to think about that. Boydell, Cedric Howard, I try to forget those impact players.
Here's Boydell, top of the key, gets around Miller, goes to the rack, tough angle, leans in. It rolls off the side of the rim, but Boydell will head to the line. I can tell you that Jack Boydell was one of the purest free throw shooters I think I've ever seen, Tim. The ball out of his hand, it just looks like it's going in every single time.
Yeah, I'm thinking back about those days. I thought Jack Boydell and also Coach Kip Ione, the system, both just being able to put up 30, 40 threes a game is just, hard to deal with.
Kip Ione, of course, occupies that seat right there. Wears the headset alongside Ryan Goff on the broadcast a number of times for this Capitals team. Now the coach at West Salem High School. Of course, the broadcaster's jinx working in full effect. Boydell splits the pair. Here comes Miller the other way. Over to Amos. Thinks about a 3. Now he'll tee it up. Too strong. Hooker was there for the rebound, but he's the last to touch it. And we'll head the other way.
Possession, Capital.
This game continues to be played by the narrowest of margins. It's been a 1-point game for it seems like forever. 64-63 our score, 7.5 left here in the third. A ton of basketball yet to go. Here's Zay Gentry. And on the putback, Wenzel flies in from the rafters and packs it with 2 hands. Cam Wenzel continues to play very, very well tonight.
Yeah, I would love to see his plus minus when he's on the floor. He's made a huge impact so far in this game.
He's got a double-double now. A couple of rebounds here, including that one a moment ago, as now Miller hits another 3. Dane Miller playing like he wants a contract at a higher level tonight, Tim.
Yeah, started off by, 5 painted area shots, and that's opened up the 3-point shot.
Meanwhile, Gentry takes the extra step as he starts his move, and that'll bring us to a quick stoppage and play. 6:57 left here in the third quarter. Vancouver with a 2-point lead here on USBL Basketball Night in Salem. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
I've been calling him Wenzel this whole time. I'm an idiot. It's Benzel. Oh, my goodness.
Big Cam.
That's poor form on my part. So this is the second of 3 consecutive games between these two teams. Tim, they played last week. They're playing this week, and they will play again next week. The second of 3 straight games between these two teams, and there's still 2 more games left on the schedule between these two squads. They're going to be very familiar with one another by the time this whole season's done.
Yeah, close in proximity. Who knows? Players might have some familiarity with each other. This should be a highly contested games, these next 3 games.
By the way, I quickly want to apologize to all the Cam Benzel fans that are tuning in tonight. I've been calling him Wenzel all night. My bad entirely. This is my first time seeing this team. Some bumps were bound to happen here and there. Cam Benzel for Salem having himself a game. Gets the rebound there, piling onto what is already a double-double for him tonight. Credit him now with 14 points to go along with a dozen rebounds. He's already at his rebounding average for the season, and there's still 6.5 minutes left in the third. So Cam Benzel putting together himself a very impressive evening here at the Armory. 14 points and a game-high 12 rebounds in this contest thus far. 2-point game, 6.5 to play in the third. Zay Gentry to inbound with 14 to shoot for the Capitals. Gets it back. Over to Benzel. They'll reverse things on the perimeter. As now Valise back in the game. How about that move? Dribbling into a jump stop comes Zay Gentry. His off-balance fadeaway won't go. He taps it away from behind. Once again, active hands from Zay Gentry dispossessing Jalen Richardson. It'll stay at the Bears' end of the floor. Just 4 seconds coming off the shot clock. And Dane Miller to inbound. He's got a double-double. 21 points and 10 boards already in this contest for the big man from Vancouver. Now Hooker wants to go to work. Fading away from 11 feet. Miller there for the tip back, but it won't go. And now tracking down the rebound in the corner, Valise. Quickly ahead to Angel. Bounces it beneath the basket. How about the patience under the hoop from Cleveland, but he can't get it to go. Hooker nearly turns it over. Flips a pass to his right. That 3 won't go for Noah Agoli. We're seeing him on the first time tonight. He draws the assignment out near the timeline on RJ Valise. At the elbow. Gentry tries to bounce it inside for the cutter along the weak side. That pass in and out of the hands of Carlos Angel Jr.
Yeah, set play there. Great pass. You can look for them to come back to that set piece.
Near the timeline, Jalen Richardson surveys, 10 to shoot. Crosses over, makes his move, hands it off. The cutter along the baseline is Dane Miller. He'll raise it and pack with one hand. Dane Miller playing out of his mind in this game. Just absolutely superb basketball. Speaking of, how about the move from RJ Valise as he skips into the paint and able to finish here on the near side with the left hand. Crowd coming to life. 2-point game. Down the right side, Richardson. Benzel there to take it away. Angel now in the corner. Bluffs it a pass. Now he'll race from outside. Long rebound eventually corralled. Gentry takes it away. And that should be some sort of intentional / flagrant foul. Referees will get together and talk things over, but I'm all but certain, Tim, Zay Gentry's going to the free throw line all by himself
Foul
to shoot
charge,
a pair.
Vancouver.
It is.
Number 4, Yassine Hooker.
Yeah, there's a lot of traffic there. Kind of, tough situation for the defensive side of the ball.
Unfortunate for the fans as well, Tim. They wanted to see Gentry with no one in front of him get all the way to the rim and potentially bring the house down. I thought we might have seen some sort of windmill dunk there, some sort of tomahawk action. I don't know. Who knows what Zay Gentry had in store? We'll never know.
Yeah, this is one of the best fan bases in the league. They're just ready. You give them any inch for them to erupt, for the Salem Capital.
Nice little crowd on hand here at the Armory this evening. Folks, if you haven't made it out to watch this team in action, you're missing out. 115 points per game. They are a lightning fast team. They love to get up and down, play with a lot of pace. This is a fun brand of basketball. Good, wholesome family entertainment here in Salem. That three falls off for a goalie. This is Cleveland the other way. Makes his move, crosses over, out near the top of the key. Accelerates down the right side, he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Number 8, Tommy Thomas.
And Cleveland and Gentry have really been consistent in their efforts to get to the paint. They continue to put great pressure on the rim.
Still just a 1-point game here in Salem with a lot of basketball yet to go. A little better than 16 minutes remain in this contest. Now we're all knotted at 69.
Timeout, Vancouver.
With this timeout called by Vancouver, Devontae Cleveland will be back at the free throw line for one more when we return. We are all tied up 69 apiece, a little over 4 minutes left in the third. You are watching USBL basketball, and we will be right back.
So we have even more electric car options at our Salem showroom.
Salem? I didn't know you had a Salem showroom.
Did you not know about the tunnel?
No. No, I did not.
Jeff Lucero in for Ryan Goff tonight alongside former Lewis and Clark head coach Tim McCrory. Tim, this is my first time ever seeing a Salem Capitals game, and I got to tell you, I'm blown away. This whole atmosphere is so much fun. So cool to be here, too, on Special Olympics night as well. We've seen all the fun in-game elements as well, all the stuff that we're doing with Special Olympics to kind of just bridge the entire community, bring everyone together. What a fun night it's been.
Yeah, electric fan base, electric community coming out to support the Salem Capital. Just ready for a great end of the third, going into the fourth quarter.
Everybody's having a ball here at the Armory this evening, and what a game they've been treated to. You can't really draw them up a whole lot better than this. All tied up, 69 points apiece, just a little bit over 4 minutes left here in the third quarter. 4 players in double figures now for the Bears. Dane Miller continues to lead things. He's got 23 points to go along with 12 rebounds and 3 steals as well. Also with a double-double now, Jalen Richardson, 17 points, 10 boards to go with a team best 4 assists. Yassine Hooker and Mikey Medlock Jr. now with 10 points apiece. 3 players in double figures so far for the Caps. It is Devontae Cleveland continuing to lead the way. He's got 15. Benzel has 14 and 14 rebounds. And it's a double-double as well already for Zay Gentry. He's got 13 and 10. The second free throw out of the timeout falls off for Devontae Cleveland. We remain tied Now here's Dane Miller, piecing together a spectacular night. Hands it off. This is Tommy Thomas on the drive. He's able to finish on the left side. Didn't see much from Thomas in the first half, but he's had a nice little third quarter thus far. And the Bears reclaim the lead at 71-69 with 3.5 left in the third. Near side, Valise looking for some daylight. Also looking for Benzel down low. Fronted by Mikey Medlock. Can't get anything going, so now Gentry takes the pass as they work it back around the perimeter. And a long three-point shot from Zay Gentry. And that brings the Capitals crowd back to life. And once again, it is Salem back out in front.
Yeah, Gentry is just one of those players that just gives the game whatever it needs.
Here comes Cleveland. Beautiful no-look pass, the cutter on the weak side, R.J. Valise. How about that pass, however? From Devontae, Cleveland in transition. It's now a 3-point Caps lead. Around the high screen goes Jalen Richardson, and now the Bears turn it over again. Numbers the other way for the Caps. Feliz gets to the rim and lays it up and in.
For two.
Beautiful bounce pass ahead from Zay Gentry. And all of a sudden, it's the Capitals on a nice little run.
Yeah, being able to get out of transition, get some easy baskets. This is a big momentum swing for the Salem Capitals.
2:20 left in the third, 5-point Caps lead. Nice little isolation play to set up Jalen Richardson. As he rolled off that screen. That was a really great pin down from the Bears. Kind of a little flex screen action of sorts.
Second team foul.
And Richardson able to pay it off as he absorbs the contact. That's a much needed bucket for the Bears. We're listing just a little bit after that quick 7-0 run was put on by the Caps. Jack Boydell steps back onto the floor for Salem. It is Calvin Hampton, the associate head coach for Vancouver, on your screen in that little double box look. 21 points, now make it 20, excuse me, for Jalen Richardson. As he converts the conventional three-point play. Here's Benzel off the pick and pop. Kicks to the corner and a wide open three, drained.
Caleb Hughley.
How about Caleb Hughley? That's a nice little set play as well for Salem that time.
Yeah, how about Cam catching it in the pocket, being able to jump stop and find an open shooter for a three-point shot.
Thought for a second he might get whistled for the offensive foul, as he did sort of plow through the defender after he made the pass. And that outlet pass just a little bit out of reach. Kind of see the frustration on the face of R.J. Feliz. He knows he had his man, but put a little bit too much air under that pass. It sails out of bounds. Now we've got an official stoppage in play. Altogether sure what that's about. All of a sudden, Tim, the offense has really been flowing for both teams here in the last few possessions.
Yeah, especially Vancouver. Richardson and also Miller have really been great so far in the second half.
Here's Medlock Jr. He slips between defenders. He's fouled. He's able to bank it home. And Mikey Medlock with some strength inside.
Foul charge, Capitals, number 5.
Works his way right to the front of the rim.
His second personal.
Mikey Medlock Jr., a very prolific scorer during his time at Lewis and Clark. And since he's showed up in Vancouver to play for this Bears squad, has become one of their best offensive threats. He had a very quiet first quarter, just 1 point, but he's really come to life ever since. Free throw won't go. Boydell's trying to save it back inside to Benzel. And the possession extended after the loose ball corralled by Vancouver. To the corner, Amos for three. Well short. Gentry after it, taps it to himself, tracks it down, wraps the dribble behind his back, flips it back to R.J. Feliz. Head to Benzel. Now, a little half-court set now for the Caps. Feliz top of the key. Goes away from the screen, skip pass to the corner. Finds the cutter, does Gentry. Sets up Caleb Hughley diving to the hole.
Vancouver, number 1, Nos Amos, his second personal.
That one's going against Nas Amos. That's his second.
Caleb Hughley.
Nobody in significant foul trouble so far in this game. No one's got more than 2 fouls. Three more road games after tonight for Vancouver. They are at Seattle, and they come back, play the Caps once more, and then they're at Spokane to close out the month. Just 2 road games remain on the schedule. The final 9 games on the schedule for the Capitals. Weak side rebound, another board for Benzel. Lee's bullying his way to the front of the rim. Unlucky on the drive. Medlock Jr. hits the Jets. My goodness, flying right down the floor into the middle of the lane and able to finish. And quickly, Gentry the other way. Can't hit for 3. Tough hit inside from 12 feet. That had a very high degree of difficulty ahead of that buzzer. How about that shot to end the third quarter for Hughley? That was an amazing, he came down with that. I didn't think it had a chance. He was barely set. His shoulder, he was not squared with the basket at all. Somehow able to flip it up and in. What an impressive shot to end the third quarter.
Yeah, for Hughley, there's 7 points in that frame for him, and with a 5-point lead, that's a huge stretch, you know, for Hughley for the Salem Capital.
Very entertaining third quarter. Man, oh man, 36 minutes are in the books here in Salem. We've got 12 more yet to play. 5-point lead for the Capitals over the Bears. USBL basketball will be right back.
What we're going to do is spin you around 3 times, and you got to throw as many of the balls as you can so your partner can catch it. Are we ready? We're so ready. Bears, are we ready? Come on, let's hear it. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, go! 1, 2, 3, start your own.
So we have even more electric car options at our Salem showroom.
Salem? I didn't know you had a Salem showroom.
Did you not know about the tunnel?
No. No, I did not.
So, what do you think?
Nice. Any other options?
Our Portland showroom will have something you'll love.
Portland? I don't think I really have time. I have tunnel hair, don't I?
No, not at all.
Well, folks, I wish you could have seen it just now. That man on your screen, Elijah Schwartz, who kicked this game off with the first bucket of the night. There was an announcement made ahead of the start of the fourth quarter. They're going to be he will be signing autographs tonight. What a night it's got to be for Elijah Schwartz. They made limited edition posters of Elijah Schwartz for tonight's game, and he will be signing autographs after this game. That kid's got to just be floating right now, Tim. Floating.
And the community and his guardians. It's just a special night.
We return to action here, 19 seconds into the fourth frame. It is the Caps with a 5-point lead on the Bears, looking to extend their losing streak to 8 games. Can the Caps get it done at home? Gentry's three blocked by Hooker. Gets it back, gets to the rim, reverses it up, no good. Ball swatted out of bounds by Hughley. We're headed the other way.
Possession, Vancouver.
Yeah, it was a great steal by Gentry, because that would have led to an open, 2-point shot for Vancouver.
That is the 5th steal of the game for Zay Gentry. A great defensive recovery for the Bears. They trail by 5. Here's Amos on the drive. Drops it off inside. Miller just lost control of the basketball. Had it and just dropped it. It's taken away by Hughley. Benzel flips it ahead into the hands of Jack Boydell. That's going to be an offensive foul, I believe. Yep, it is. I can see that from here, Tim. I don't know if you had the angle, but Benzel clearly got that forearm extended a little bit. He kind of just gave him a little forearm shiver, sends him sprawling, and that is an offensive foul if ever I've seen.
Yeah, I think there's some frustration from Cam. I think he hurt his wrist there on that last play. Hopefully he's okay for the rest of the game.
Well, he's played so well. 14 points, 17 rebounds, 5 of those offensive. Here's Medlock Jr. Down low it comes to Yassine Booker. Tough shot, can't get it to go. Hughley tears down the rebound, brings it ahead. Nice little closeout from Amos as he gets a hand of the ball. Intercepts the pass for Boydell, intended for Hughley. Now his little finger roll off the window in transition between defenders. My goodness, Naz Amos showing you exactly why he was identified as one of your impact players here in this game at the outset. Back to a 3-point game. Here's Feliz. Starts his move. No one came over to help out. RJ Feliz had a wide open lane and took full advantage. And back-to-back finger rolls from each team, Tim. Now stepping around defenders. How about that move? Jalen Richardson doing some work to get free. The other way, transition 3 for Boydell. And a bit of a frustrating night for Jack Boydell, the former Bearcat. Can't get that 3 to fall. And here's Jalen Richardson. Guarded by Feliz near side. Some fancy dribbles, skips to the corner. Amos along the baseline, no look to the opposite corner. And Mikey Medlock Jr.'s 3 won't go. Hughley there for the rebound. Feliz waits for some teammates. Now Boydell from 14 near the baseline. That rolls off, but it'll stay with the Capitals. My goodness, look at this replay on Cam Benzel as he came down. Oh my gosh, he was up so high there, Tim.
Oh man, the rewind is wild.
Isn't that nuts?
This is where I think he, may have hurt his wrist.
Meanwhile, RJ Feliz unable to get that 3 to fall, and it's Mikey Medlock Jr. all alone at the other end. Easy finish for him, and it's back to a 1-point Salem lead. Back on the floor, Joey Potts for the Caps. Feliz patiently working over to Hughley. That 3 off the left side of the rim.
Possession, Vancouver.
Good effort from Jalen Richardson as he throws the ball off the leg of Carlos Angel. And now a timeout. We'll send each team to their respective benches. Going to hit you with a couple quick facts about the USBL here, Tim. I did a little research. I wanted to make sure I'm old enough to remember the USBL when it first came out, all the way back in the early, maybe mid-'80s. Started way back when, and I'm not sure a lot of people are aware of this, how many different players found their way to the NBA after first making a name for themselves in the USBL. That list includes one of my all-time favorite NBA players, Michael Adams. He was a three-point shooting specialist for the Nuggets for a number of years. That guy made an all-star team or two as well. He was like 5'9", but he still had a couple of years where he averaged 21, 22 a game. Hot Rod Williams, that name will be very familiar to old cats like me. Muggsy Bogues, the 5'3" kid out of Wake Forest. And then going from one end of the physical spectrum and 5'3" Muggsy Bogues. How about Manute Bol and his 7'7" frame? Played in the USBL for a little while. A couple of other guys, Anthony Mason, who was part of that Knicks team back in the 90s that was so physical and brutal and so kind of ugly to watch, yet also fascinating and brilliant to watch as well. So many guys kind of came up through the league. In fact, World B. Free, I don't know if anyone remembers World B. Free, when he played in the NBA way back when. That cat averaged 30 a game back in like 1980 for the Clippers, and then went on to play a few more seasons after he changed his name to World B. Free. Played for the Cavaliers for a few more years and wound down his career in the USBL. Was in fact named the MVP of the 1987 USBL postseason festival. Randy Moss, one of the most prolific wide receivers in the history of the NFL. He played football at Marshall. I think he wanted to play a little bit of basketball at Marshall while he was there too. Anyway, Randy Moss actually played in the USBL for a little while. Adrian Griffin, who starred at Seton Hall, was the head coach of the Bucks just a couple of years ago. He got his start in the league before knocking around in the NBA for about a decade as well. He actually was part of that last ever Seattle Supersonics team back all the way in 2008. And two players, Nancy Lieberman and I believe it was Lynette Richardson. Two women actually played in the USBL as well. They broke the gender barrier, and in fact, one season played against each other. Nancy Lieberman was playing for the Long Island Knights, while Lynette Richardson was playing for the Miami Tropics. They faced off against each other in 1987 as members of those two teams of the USBL. So very cool that the USBL has been resuscitated, rebranded, brought back to life here along the West Coast. All these teams breaking off from the Basketball League, 8 teams, all of them situated between Southern California and the state of Washington. Pretty great that we've got USBL basketball once again. I love that they're playing with the old ABA red, white, and blue basketballs as well. How cool is that?
Yeah, just having that history, that was amazing. It's just amazing to hear all of the great players who have played, and looking forward to the future, more great players playing in this league.
No question. We've already got one former NBA player in this league right now as well, Jonte Porter, who's playing for Seattle. He made his debut a couple of games ago, had a triple-double in his first game out. How about the work of Hughley? Getting after it, cleaning up his own miss.
Yeah, Hughley's been an X factor, especially in this last 10 minutes of play.
Miller at a quiet third quarter. We'll see if he gets it going here in the fourth. Gets it back from Amos, wants to go to work on Joey Potts. Has it tapped out of bounds. Miller turns it over. There's been a weak spot in his game tonight. That's been it. He has turned it over now 5 times in this contest. Check that. That is turnover number 7 for Dane Miller. So excuse me. He's got 23 points and 14 rebounds, but he's also turned it over now a game high 7 times. At the Caps end. Carlos Angel keeps the dribble alive. Now at the top of the key, picks it up. 4 to shoot for the Caps. Do they see it? They've got to get a shot off. Here's Angel. Contested 3, no good. Mikey Medlock Jr. strong rebound for the Bears. Nearly loses it. And now Jalen Richardson will calm things down for Vancouver. Under 7 to play, 5-point Caps lead. It's not nearly the high-scoring game that we had last week. 133 to 130 was your final score. We were on pace for something like that after the first quarter. These teams combined for 58 points in that first frame. But since then, it's been a little bit more of a defensive struggle.
Yeah, both teams have, made some adjustments and gaining more familiarity with each other, especially when they're on defense versus the other team's offense.
So I probably shouldn't say struggle so much as it's been a defensive battle to a certain degree. Teams have gotten it going offensively at times, to be sure. And now it's Dane Miller getting loose. Down the left side. No defender stayed home. And Miller draws the Bears back within 3. 89-86 the score, 6:20 to play. And it's Cleveland turning it over. In transition, shot won't fall, but free throws upcoming for Vancouver.
Carlos Angel Jr. is third.
The Bears have just hung around and hung around and hung around in this game. So it's getting kind of starting to feel like one of those games, Tim, that could very well come down to the final possession of the contest.
Yeah, both teams battling. Just they found some areas where they can, target, especially getting shots on the offensive end, and they're just, continuing to grind away.
Timeout on the floor here in Salem. 6:13 left in what has become a very tightly contested contest. It's a 3-point game. USBL basketball will be right back. Our score back in Salem. Tim, we talked about how this is becoming sort of a low-scoring game, at least by USBL standards and certainly by Salem Capital standards. Part of the reason for that is the three-point shooting in this game just has not been all that efficient. Just 5 for 28 for Vancouver, 6 for 23 for Salem. Neither team shooting it particularly well on the perimeter so far in this game.
Yeah, they're doing a good job, taking away the three-point shots each defense, and then both teams are focusing on getting out early offense and trying to find whatever points they can find in that painted area.
Still, though, both teams shooting at a pretty respectable number, 43% for Salem, 45.5% for the Bears. So definitely getting it done inside the three-point line are both teams, but struggling on the perimeter. Officials whistle. Brings a stoppage in play. Case in point, Jalen Richardson having himself a really nice game for the Bears. 24 points, 11 rebounds, 10 for 22 from the floor, but he's 0 for 6 from beyond the three-point line. Still, though, fun game, back and forth affair. How about that? Little entanglements between
Call on the court. Jump ball.
Hughley and Tommy Thomas as they lock up. And this is our first jump ball of the night. And we do in fact have jump balls, not held balls. It's not ball out of bounds. This is not alternating possession. This is professional basketball, folks. We are jumping it up at the free throw line. And the shot clock expires for Vancouver. I chuckled just a little bit because Jalen Richardson sort of got away with one. He got up so quickly off of that jump ball. That was not Tommy Thomas, but rather Jalen Richardson involved in the tie-up with Caleb Hughley. In any event, the shot clock violation gives it back to the Caps. 2-point lead for them. Just under 6 to play in the contest. Gentry probes left, reverses now. Angel, power move, spins back. Elbow extended, can't get that 17-footer to fall. Thomas there for the rebound. Richardson the other way, skitters to his left. Picks up his dribble between the circles. Thomas nearly loses it, composes, dumps it down for Miller. Tries to draw the foul and does so. That one tagged on Caleb Hughley. Will send Miller to the line.
Foul charge, Capitals, number 5.
It was kind of just a veteran move as he just sort of swept through the arms of the defender, looking for the foul and got it.
Yeah, it's a pro move, especially getting another foul against Salem that could, come back to, put them in a tough position.
Encouraging sign for the Caps, as now Cam Benzel will check back into the game. 14 points, 17 rebounds to his credit thus far. Here's Tommy Thomas. He tries to step around Hughley. And how about the tip back from Jalen Richardson? My goodness, he came from nowhere to tip that home. Picked it out of the air. Now Gentry slides between defenders. And defers back into the hands of Devontae Cleveland. The Caps turn it over. Medlock Jr. ahead, finds the cutter on the weak side. Jalen Richardson filling the lane, able to finish in traffic. And what's all this? Vancouver has reclaimed the lead at 91-89 with 4.5 to go. Dump down for Benzel. Double team comes and Amos takes it away. Medlock Jr. fouled on the floor. Wave off that basket. Not quite close to continuation there.
Number 0, Zay Gentry. His third personal.
That is the third on Gentry. And now no fouls to give for Salem. Double bonus the rest away for Vancouver. A possession and a 2-point lead with 4:18 to go. Miller steps out to get it. Now Richardson puts his head down. Throws up a wild shot, no chance on that one. Gentry comes away with it. He's got a double-double. Speaking of, here's Benzel filling the lane at the other end. And Cam Benzel ties the game at 91 as we head under 4 minutes now. Tim, we really and truly may well come down to the final possession of this game.
Yeah, each team grinding it out down the stretch. Let's see who's able to take control of the game.
Here's Medlock Jr. Forces his way left, then right. Now back to his left. That shot in traffic will not fall. And here's Cleveland the other way. Sets up a wide open three-point shot. And Carlos Angel buries it from the corner in front of the Salem bench. And I guess they'll credit that as just a long 2 on the scoreboard anyway. 93-91 our score. But the important thing for the Caps, they retake the lead. Bullying his way down the near side, drawing the foul and scooping home the shot, Dane Miller.
Capitals, number 14, Cam Benzel.
Both teams just going back and forth. Unselfish play by Cleveland on this end, and then Miller just getting to that dominant hand, taking it right to the basket.
This is suddenly an absolute slugfest. Punch, counter punch, and punch again. And just like that, Vancouver back out in front with a 1-point lead as Miller converts the conventional 3-point play. Well, he's back on the floor. Dribbles out of trouble. Flips it to Benzel. Over to Gentry, pump fake. Works his way toward the basket, and how about that power move? Great patience, great composure, better finish.
Just another right back and forth, just back and forth, tough finishes.
Foul charge to
At the other end, it's
14,
Dane Miller once again. He's
Benzo.
doing his best to just take
fourth
over
person.
this game, the last couple of possessions anyway.
Shooting at the line, number 12, Dane Miller.
And remember, the Caps are over the limit. Meanwhile, no fouls have been called on Vancouver in the fourth quarter at all.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach will be giving the officials an earful about that.
Bends at the knees, second free throw on the way, no good. Offensive rebound for Tommy Thomas, but he can't finish. Here's Gentry, quickly to the lane. Miller blocks the shot from behind. Amos to the corner, Thomas on the drive, along the baseline, no-look pass inside to Miller, who is there, and he'll feather it home. And once again, it's a Vancouver lead with 2.5 to play. Belize around a couple of screens from Benzel. An empty trip for Salem. Great job recovering. Devontae Cleveland catches up to the trailer as Medlock Jr. tried to shovel it inside to Miller, but
Timeout on the court.
after committing the turnover at one end, hustles back and prevents an easy bucket for Vancouver, and we have a stoppage in play. Folks, don't you dare go anywhere. We've got a little over 2 minutes left in a 2-point game. USBL basketball. We'll be right back.
Style and performance. We call it affordable luxury in Portland or Salem.
Hey, do you have any coffee?
Just made some at the Salem showroom. Took the tunnel.
How about some cream?
Just over 2 minutes left in our game. Starting to feel a whole lot like Sage entry time for the Capitals, Tim.
Yeah, this is the time with Zay Gentry and also Cleveland, to step up, big for their team.
How about that move from Dane Miller? He draws the foul on Benzel. Did a great job getting away from him. Benzel there to recover.
Foul charge to Capitals, number 14, Cam Benzo, his fifth personal.
That is the fifth foul on Benzel.
You guys are terrible!
And a technical foul has been whistled somewhere. Altogether sure, Tim, who got the technical. It's Mikey Medlock Jr. at the free throw line all by his lonesome. So after the technical foul shots, two more upcoming for Vancouver. It will be Dane Miller striding to the free throw line. And suddenly tense times here at the Armory. The Caps came in tonight, having won 5 of their past 6 contests. It is Vancouver in desperate need of a win. They've lost 7 straight losses. They came in tonight absolutely reeling, but by virtue of that second free throw from Miller to split the pair, Vancouver has built a 4-point 2-possession lead with just under 2 minutes to play. 99-95 the score. Cleveland needs help. Fouled from behind. Oh, I thought that shot was going to fall.
Foul charge, Vancouver, number 12.
That would have been massive for the Caps.
Third person.
Still, though, Cleveland heads to the free throw
Shooting
line.
at the line.
Much better balance in this game for the Capitals
Cleveland.
thus far. They've got 6 players in double figures, 4 for the Bears. All but 11 of their points have come from 4 players. Richardson, Hooker, Medlock Jr., and Miller have combined for all but 11 of those 99 points. 60 of those between the pair of Jalen Richardson and Dane Miller. Unfortunate for the Capitals, Cleveland winds up missing both free throws. It remains a 2-possession lead for Vancouver. Minute and a half to play. Oh, a near travel. My goodness. Jalen Richardson looked like he took the extra step as he made his way to the basket. That was not called. Ball goes out of bounds. It will stay with Vancouver with 14 to shoot. Minute and 26 left. Dane Miller takes the inbound. They flip it back up top into the hands of Jalen Richardson. Gets free for a moment. Tries to drop it off. Nothing doing. Here's Medlock Jr. on the drive. Down low it comes for Miller. Challenged on the attempt by Benzel. Great defense from Cam. Now a 3 at the other end. That's off the heel of the iron. Devontae Cleveland can't connect from distance. And we have hit the 1-minute mark of the contest. 4-point Vancouver lead. 99-95. Miller handles. Cleveland switches onto him for a moment. Down the right side, Jalen Richardson loses the ball. Gets it back up top for a shoot. Here's Amos. Steps back. 3 on the way. No good. Benzel tears down a monstrous rebound. Ahead to Gentry. Bounces it off to the corner. 3. The other way, no good. Angel can't connect. Amos comes away with it. Ahead to Richardson. Well, Benzel doesn't want to commit the foul because he would foul out. They are calling for the foul, and there it is at long last, but not before valuable seconds. 17 of them, in fact, come off the clock.
Foul charge, Capitals, number 3.
So your scorebook says 98-95, but the score inside the arena is 99-95.
Yeah, you can't say enough about Jalen Richardson and Dane Miller down the stretch. Really strong performance by both of those.
They have been absolute dudes tonight, no question about it, for this Vancouver team. Was in desperate need of a win. This is Richardson at the line. 29 points, 12 boards, 4 assists, and a couple of steals as well. He has filled out the stat sheet and then some. He's good on the first of 2, and it's a 5-point lead. And with that, the Bears are the first to the century mark. 195 our score. 11 seconds left. Richardson's second free throw looks good, and it is. 6-point lead, under 10 seconds to play. All the way to the rim.
R.J. Valise.
R.J. Valise lays it in. It might be too little too late. Medlock Jr. fouled in backcourt. This is a Vancouver team, Tim, that won their first 5 games of the season. They got off to a very promising start, but things just kind of have gone off the rails for them since then. They lost their last 7, but barring a miracle for Salem, they're going to escape the Armory tonight with their first win in 8 tries.
Yeah, I think the tandem of Jalen Richardson and Dane Miller really set the tone with the scoring, and then you can look at the rebounding numbers. Really did a great job controlling this basketball game.
This is Medlock Jr. at the free throw line. Good on the first of 2. These two teams will play each other again next week, folks. They're going to maybe have to get an apartment together. They're going to spend a lot of time together this season, Tim. And there's still 2 more games on the schedule between these two teams after next week's game as well.
That is the
Elise's 3 would not have had an impact on the outcome.
Vancouver.
A very well played game tonight.
Capitals,
in the end, Vancouver the
97.
better team. They were a little bit more dominant down the stretch, and Vancouver holds on for their first win. That snaps their 7-game losing streak. 103 to 97 final score.
Surround the court for high fives from all of the Capitals. And
Tim, I'll tell you what, before we get out of here
State.
tonight, I want to get a couple quick last thoughts from you on this game. What did you see? What impressed you I know that you just said it to a certain degree. The play of Richardson and Miller, no question about it. Those two had monster games for this Vancouver team. What else kind of stood out to you in this contest today?
Yeah, just exciting. Both teams just battled all the way down the stretch to the last couple possessions. Like with Richardson and Miller, I thought both of those players did a really good job just establishing the paint with their finishes, and also, with rebounding, giving extra opportunities and shots at the basket.
For the Capitals, they did wind up, like I said, with 6 players in double figures. Leading the way was Zay Gentry. Also in double figures tonight. We don't have the final stats in front of us just yet. How about this moment right here? This is pretty cool. Elijah Schwartz is up on the shoulders, being lifted off the floor. We'll get to that in just a moment. We'll finish off with that in just a moment, in fact. Let's quickly run you a couple more numbers through for you. Carlos Angel, Caleb Hughley, Devontae Cleveland, Cam Benzel, Zay Gentry, and RJ Feliz, the 6 players in double figures for the Capitals. They dropped to 6-4 on the season. There's still a lot of basketball left. 9 games remain on the schedule for this Salem team, 7 of which will be played right here at the Armory. Folks, if you're watching from anywhere in this area, you have a lot of opportunities to come out and enjoy watching this team in person. There's a good look at Elijah Schwartz, the man of the hour, the man of the night right there. Number 1 tonight, scored the first bucket of the game. He's going to go sign some autographs and continue what for him has got to be some kind of a dream night as well. It's been a really special night, Tim. I'm so glad that I got to sit in with you. Many, many thanks to Ryan Goff for giving me the opportunity to come and hang out with the Capitals for the evening. He will be back on the broadcast with you next week. Before we get out of here, Tim, any last thoughts?
It sets up for a great matchup. I think on Wednesday, both teams will play each other again. Just looking forward to that matchup and what adjustments, going into the contest.
And there it is. That's that look at Elijah Schwartz being lifted up off the floor. A couple of fist pumps. What a night it's been here in Salem. Unfortunate for the Capitals that they were unable to get the victory here tonight, but everyone, I think, in a lot of regards, is a big winner here in Salem at the Armory tonight. On behalf of everyone, what a great crew we've got here in Salem. Fantastic job bringing you all the wonderful images tonight. We're going to let Elijah Schwartz take you home here as he goes through the high five line down on the floor. Jeff Lucero in for Ryan Goff. Signing up. We're actually going to hang out for just another moment here.
Come on to the court for pictures and autographs.
Tim, this has been a really special experience. It's been so much fun to get to see what this team is all about and the different ways that they connect with this community. It's a really special thing.
Yeah, they do a really good job. They always, are communicating that, like the community team. Like there's a team of the community, and you can see that many people from Salem community, Oregon community, out to support the team, and you can see the connection with everyone here, and the connection in terms of people really feel passionate about the Salem Capital.
And this is what great pictures we're seeing right now too. All the players down on the floor, just hanging out with everyone here in the community. And there's Elijah signing on it. They've even set up a table for Elijah down on the floor. Look at the folks gathered around him as he signs those posters for all of his adoring fans here tonight. What a cool and special night it has been. Well, folks, that's going to do it for us on our broadcast tonight. Really want to thank our entire production crew. They did a wonderful job bringing you all the great pictures this evening. Many, many thanks to everyone from the within this organization. What a treat it has been here to sit in with you on a Friday night in Salem. From the Armory, this is Jeff Lucero in for Ryan Goff. On behalf of Tim McCrory signing off. The Capitals are back on the airwaves this coming Wednesday against this very same Vancouver Bears team. You will get to see them in action then and there. Good night, everybody.
And our silver, bronze, and recognition sponsors. Remodeling by Classic Homes. Petra Technologies. Wealth Enhancement. Dalkey Construction. Boucher Jewelers. Michelle Ashley Custom Papers. Jackson's Body Shop. Salem Chamber of Commerce. Pat West Lobby Group. Legacy.